Welcome back to Hospitality Principles. Don't forget, we are your source for quality information to help you excel in the restaurant industry. Today we're going to be taking a look at my personal EDC kit and what I carry around on a daily basis. If you like the video, make sure to mash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy. So here we'll take a look at my personal EDC kit. Much of this is in addition to what I already talked about in my basic EDC kit video. If you have not seen that, click on the link and go ahead and watch that there. So we're going to take a look at some of the tools which I carry around on my persons at all times. I always carry around a personal pen in addition to the 3 pens which I recommend having, which can be either company pens or basic pens such as the Pilot G2s, which I use. The reason for this is I can keep track of it. This is one pen that I do not give out to guests. I do not lend to coworkers. I use it personally, and that is it. So I always have a pen on me at all times in case a guest would like to order. It's always inconvenient if you're standing there, you're looking around in your pockets for a pen. I always have this in a separate pocket, so I know it's always there. Next up, we have collar stays. These are metal collar stays that will replace the plastic ones that generally come with your shirt, which I find they always get lost. These here are relatively cheap, so you put them in your collar and they give you a nice crisp look at all times. And so these ones here are by Neo Stays. I'll leave a link for those in the description below. Next, I always carry around a silver dollar coaster. This particular one is actually a little bit larger than a silver dollar coaster, but it is a small size coaster, which I keep in my persons at all times in case a guest hands me their glass instead of walking around the dining room with a glass in my hand, which I never really like to do. It is dangerous and looks kind of tacky. So I always like to have this in my pocket, or perhaps I'm just taking one cocktail rather than grabbing a heavy clunky tray. That makes it much easier. I also carry around my keys. I have that attached here to a Surefire. This is their Titan Plus flashlight. I like this particular one because it is the brightest pen light that only holds one AAA battery. This one's made out of titanium. It has 3 modes. It has low, medium, and high. High being 300 lumens, which is very, very bright for a compact size such as this. Next, I carry around my monopole. This is often called a ASO, AH-SO, and made by a company called Monopole out of Germany. And it's also sometimes called a butler's key, but it's basically 2 prongs which will slide into your bottle around the cork, allowing you to pull the cork out without dropping the cork or damaging the cork in any ways. This is very useful if you are opening an older vintage bottle with a damaged cork or a brittle cork. That helps quite a bit. Lastly, I always carry around a pocket knife. This is a very small size pocket knife. I believe it is 2.5 inches in total length here. And I carry this one around to open boxes. It is made by Spartan Blades. So it's a great little knife. Again, it's nothing flashy, it's nothing aggressive, very simple. It fits right in your pocket. One thing about this, I wish it would go on my keychain. Like I said, I only use it to open boxes, cut maybe blue tape or anything along simple cutting tasks like that, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy. But it would be nice if it could go on my keychain there so I could keep track of it rather than it floating around in my pocket, but this does the job. Lastly, this is not really I guess, part of the EDC or really part of an addition, but I like to have my wine key in a sheath. I personally use a Chateau Laguiole for my wine key. If you want to see my review on my wine key and explaining which wine keys I recommend, go ahead and click the link at the end of this video. But I like to use this wine key, and it came with this convenient sheath, fits right in there. It has a belt loop, so I like to have it on my belt just for easy access, and also so I don't lose it. You can either have it vertically or horizontally. I found out the hard way that you should have it vertically. I had it horizontally, and this came loose in a cab, and I unfortunately lost my previous wine key.